Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, guys. We're taking a look today at the second round matchup in the Central Division between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll be taking a look at that series in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, and especially as we get deeper here into the Stanley Cup playoffs, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's take a look at this series. So, guys, it was a pretty good series overall, but at the end of the day, the Tampa Bay Lightning showed the Hurricanes exactly what the Lightning are, and that is a absolute machine. Game one, that's where it started, and it didn't really let off. Even in the game that the Hurricanes won, it was still Lightning most of the way through this series, and it was a close game. So, game one, Tampa Bay Lightning get off the hop, and not good news for the Hurricanes because this would be a theme in the series. Braden Point scores his fifth of the postseason, and that makes it 1-0. Jake Bean, his first of the postseason in the third period. So it's 1-1, and then Barclay Goodrow, less than 10 minutes left in the third period. A huge goal. And that's it. And it's 2-1 Tampa. They lead the series 1-0. Vasilevsky played great. 37 saves on 38 shots. Can't really ask for much more from Vasi. And a big win for the Lightning. And despite the fact they took 5 penalties, the Lightning were able to kill off 4 of those 5 penalties, only allowing the 1 power play goal, Jake Bean, which was the only goal of the game for the Canes. Now, game two, it wasn't much of a different story here. Maybe a little bit different in terms of the order of scoring, but Alex Killorn scores his fifth of the postseason. Again, a second period goal. That was no goals in the first period through the first 2 games. Anthony Cirelli would score his third of the postseason, and it would be 2-0 Tampa Bay in the third period. Andrei Svechnikov in the final minute and 30 seconds makes it a close game, makes it 2-1, a wrist shot in the slot. And just like that, it's a 2-1 game. But again, too little, too late. And again, where the Lightning dominate in shots, again, they outshot the Lightning here. They outshot them 38-20 in game 1. They outshot them 32-15 in game 2. Storyline stays the same. Andrei Vasilevsky. Now, going into Game 3, the Habs were hoping to turn the tide of this series in Tampa Bay. They knew they had to steal at least one of these games in Tampa if they wanted to even think about going back home to Carolina, and they were able to do that here in Game number 3. Brett Pesce and Sebastian Aho made it 2-0, Aho's 6th of the postseason, but before the end of the period, Braden Point and Alex Killorn each score their 6th of the postseason as well. The theme of this game was 6. Each of those guys, their 6th of the postseason. So it's tied at 2. No goals in the third period. Great showing by Nedeljkovic as well as Andrei Vasilevsky. And then just under 6 minutes into the overtime session, Jordan Staal, the captain, scores his 5th of the postseason, a game winner, and starts to maybe look like, okay, maybe we're going to see a turning of the tide in this series. And, no. So game 4, Tampa Bay had absolutely dropped it on the Carolina Hurricanes. Braden Point scores his 7th of the postseason. He has been so good this playoffs. He scores the only goal in that first period. Teuvo Teravainen and Jesper Fast score to make it 2-1 Carolina. But the resiliency of the Tampa Bay Lightning shows. Stamkos, the captain, gets his 4th of the postseason, tying the game at 2. And then again, the Hurricanes take another 2-goal lead. They score in bunches. You have Dougie Hamilton and Jacob Slavin, the 2 defensemen, picking up some goals. And Nikita Kucherov, who was up for the Conn Smythe this year, he gets his 4th of the postseason, making it 4-3, cutting the lead in half. And Tyler Johnson would score, Steven Stamkos, so it's 5-4 Tampa Bay. At the end of 2 periods, we saw 7 goals in that second period. Absolutely unreal. And Nikita Kucherov, 2-goal game for him. His 5th of the postseason, just a little over 6 minutes into the third period. And just like that, the Tampa Bay Lightning win this one 6-4 in Carolina, and now they head back to Carolina, where they did quite well the first 2 games, with a chance to eliminate the Hurricanes. And there just wasn't enough from the Hurricanes in Game 5. Braden Point scores again, 8th of the postseason. He scores in the second period. Again, another game where we see no goals in the first period. And then in the third period, Ross Colton scores his 3rd of the postseason, so some depth scoring from the Lightning. That's even more terrifying to see if you're a team not named the Tampa Bay Lightning. He scores a little over 9 minutes into the third period, makes it 2-0, and Andrei Vasilevskiy has a 29-save shutout. And the Tampa Bay Lightning move on to play either the Boston Bruins or the New York Islanders. An absolutely great performance, again, by Vasilevskiy. He has been so good. You watch the games, it's actually quite weird when you watch him in real time. You look through the mask and you can see his eyes are like really wide open, and it looks quite terrifying. Please don't show that to your kids or any kids in general. It's quite terrifying. But besides the point, again, great performance by Vasilevskiy, Braden Point, Stamkos, Killorn. They're all getting on the board. Oh, yeah, I mentioned Nikita Kucherov as well. Yeah, they've got a lot of guys that can score goals. And whether it's the Boston Bruins or the New York Islanders playing them in the third round, oof, they are in for a test. This is a really good Tampa Bay team. And the Hurricanes just didn't have enough in the tank. And they were able to shut down the big boys. I mean, we saw Svechnikov and Aho each get a goal in this series. But other than that, there was no depth scoring from the Hurricanes. And Nedeljkovic did not play badly. It's just Vasilevskiy is Andrei Vasilevskiy. And just leave it at that. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below of this series. And if you're a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, who would you like to play in the next round? Do you want to play the New York Islanders or the Boston Bruins? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news in the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.